What's up, Virgo? Sorry, I figured I'd do something fun with this one. What's going on? Welcome to your bi-weekly general reading. This reading is general in the sense where it could resonate to literally anything and everything. It's not focused on anything. It's whatever spirit thinks you need to hear right now, okay? So it could be a continuation of last week's love read. It could be a reading about your family. It could be a reading about some job. It could be a reading about your dog. It could be a reading about anything. I'm on like my 8th cup of coffee today, so we're feeling pretty good. Hang on. Life is good. All right. So, again, remember, these are general readings in the sense where they could resonate or they could not, okay? There's bajillion Virgos in the world. It's not going to resonate to everyone. If it doesn't resonate to you, don't try and make it resonate to you, all right? This goes for your sun, moon, and rising. If you don't know what those are, look in the description. I linked a website where you can find out your natal chart, and that'll tell you what all your signs are. So, stop it. What are we doing? So what you're going to do, you're going to click that link, enter in all the info that it asks for, click submit, and then go on to the next page, and it'll, if you scroll down, you'll see a bunch of charts. The charts will tell you all your signs. You'll see your sun, your moon, and as far as rising, your rising will say ASC or ascend or something like that. It doesn't say rising, okay? It just said ASC or ascend or something like that. I'm pretty sure it's ASC. So whatever sign is next to that, that is your rising sign. So I hope these resonate. If it does, awesome. If it doesn't, it's not your story, okay? 3 more shuffles. Can I count? Yeah, one more. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I got a text message. One of my gym partners just bailed on me. Sad face. Anyway, all right, so Virgo, currently in your current situation, you have the Star card. Something hopeful, something being reborn, something... stop texting me, I'm busy. Okay. Some hopeful situation, something that you're wishing on. The rebirth of something, the renewal of something. Something coming to light, right? These are all possibilities with the Star card. And opposing you is the Six of Pentacles, which is the card of equal give and take, balance, justice, people being fair and honest, giving, receiving, right? Again, apply. I'm not going to try and I don't think I said this yet, but I'm not going to try and figure out what the situation is. I'm just going to read the cards, because if I try and figure out what the situation is, I will be here all fucking day. And I think the fire signs videos were fucking 20 minutes each because I did that, and it was an obnoxiously long reading that I didn't even ever figure out. So yeah, I just read the cards. So there's something you're hopeful with, you want a renewal, a rebirth, whatever, making a wish on a situation, and opposing that is equal give and take. Shit's just going fair right now, so maybe you're wishing for something, and here I go already with the scenarios after I just explained it. Maybe you're wishing for something and the universe is like, hey, well, you know what? You might be wishing for this, but I'm going to give you what I think is fair. Who knows? That's the only fucking scenario I'm going to say right now, okay? Turn it off, Dan. Okay, in the past, you have the Emperor in reverse, which is a lack of control. It can be a lack of control. It could be releasing control, or it could be manipulation, using your powers for bad, right? Or this other person using their powers for bad, or what the other, I don't know, the situation, okay? Remember, there's the situation. It's not focused on anything, so here we go. All right, your goal right now is the Ace of Swords. You're trying to gain clarity. You want to know all there is to know about the situation. You want to understand. You want clarity to just know how to move forward, right? And what's driving you is the Two of Swords in reverse. Two of Swords in reverse can either be knowing what you want, finally making a decision on something. Like Two of Swords, you're sitting there weighing your options, as you can see, weighing your options. In the reverse, though, because it's in reverse to me, not you. So, in the reverse, though, it could be you either made up your mind and you know what you want and you weighed your options and you're like, nope, this is what I want. Or you're at a stalemate. You're sitting there, you were holding them for so long, you're like trying to weigh them out, and like it's still, you're like, I don't fucking know, right? So I think it's more of that one, where this is a stalemate situation where like you really just have no fucking clue what to do. Like no matter, you weigh the pros and cons, like you really have no clue. So you're just like, I want clarity. I want to know what to do, right? So in your near future, you have the Hierophant in reverse, which talks about like challenging status quo. It can also be like a lack of a commitment. So like upright can be like commitment, and reverse can be like no commitment, whatever. But the Hierophant is a card of like structure, going along like the beaten path and like doing what's expected of you, like institution, school, church, shit like that, and like following exactly what's expected of you. In the reverse, it's like I'm challenging the status quo. Like I'm not gonna do what's expected of me. I'm gonna do what I want and see what happens and see how I mix things up, right? So like maybe you're gonna be challenging the status quo. Maybe you're gonna be fighting against shit in the future. Maybe you're not gonna be committing to whatever the situation is, right? Your internal influence, you have the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest of the knights, but it's moving forward very carefully, calculated, taking each step very slowly and calculated, but it's towards something tangible, right? Something like stable and like tangible, because it's Pentacles energy, so it's very, very stable. It's Earth energy. External to you, though, there's the Ten of Swords, which is like betrayal, like feeling betrayed, feeling destroyed, like hurt, pain, suffering, right? And if you couldn't see, like that's 10 swords in the dude's back, right? So like he feels just betrayed like a motherfucker. So it's like you're moving towards something, and whatever's outside of you, like this situation, like someone's like distraught or like hurt like hell, but it's also like a 10. So this is like a completion, right? I still gotta get better at how to read external energies. I don't know how to like word it. In generals, I don't know how to word it. When this like a love read, like I view this as the other person. As a general reading, like I'm not sure how to view this. But it's like putting a final ending to like the pain and suffering, right? Like you've finally like taken that last sword in the back, and it's like, okay, that's it. The pain and suffering, like this, the worst it's gonna get. Time to end this cycle and move on, right? That's whatever is outside of you. So your hope here is the Page of Cups in reverse. That's like not offering something. You're hoping not to offer or not to have something offered to you. The Page of Cups is like an unexpected offer. Typically, it's an offer of like love or emotion because it's cups. But again, this is a general reading, so it could be anything. And you're hoping like to not offer something or to have something not offered to you because you just, I assume, just don't want it, right? Your fear, though, your fear is the Three of Wands in reverse, which can either be fear of not waiting or someone not waiting. Like you fear like not waiting on this situation, or you fear this situation won't wait on you and it's going to pass you by, or you fear no like expanse and progression. Like Three of Wands is like expansion, waiting on your ships to come in. Like you had a plan, you set the plan in motion, you sent your ships out, and now you're waiting on the ships to come back in, right? And by the ships going out, like that's expansion, right? In the reverse, it's like you're fearing like no expansion, like you're fearing like the situation not waiting, or you not waiting. Like that's what you fear, right? So your outcome here, you have, wow, it's actually a really quick read. You have Judgment in reverse. Judgment in reverse is kind of like ignoring the universe, or like not following the signs of the universe. Like Judgment in general is kind of like universal activities coming into play, and it's like basically like God coming down and like, well, I'm just gonna stir my finger up and do this because this is what I wanted to do, and that's how this is gonna go. It's like divine intervention. Like no matter what you do, like if judgment is coming into play, like judgment is going to go however it's going to go, right? Judgment in reverse can also be like, or judgment can also be like a card of like reconciliation, or well, since it's in the reverse, like a lack of reconciliation, right? But like typically, because again, I don't know what the fuck this is, it's like ignoring the signs of the universe, like not doing what like all the universal signs are telling you should do, right? So like judgment upright is like the universe intervenes and is like, okay, well, you should do this, or like, how do I word it? Like, universe intervening because like you're going along like a certain path, and the universe is like, no, you're technically supposed to be going this way, so like why are you going that way? And then like something happens where it just like snaps you to, and it's like, okay, yeah, I need to go back to doing what the universe is telling me to do. In the reverse, it's like you're completely ignoring the universe, and like sooner or later, like either a tower moment's gonna come or judgment's gonna come, and they're gonna be like, hey, motherfucker, you need to get back on track, all right? Excuse me. So that's your outcome, right? But remember, your outcome in your near future, those can change, right? Ooh, they go hand in hand right here. Your near future is the Hierophant in reverse, challenging the status quo, going against what's expected of you, right? And then your outcome is judgment in reverse, ignoring the signs of the universe, ignoring what like God is telling you to do, right? Don't get offended that I say God. I say God, universe, the divine, spirit, like, it's all the same thing. Energy. Anyway, so yeah, like they go hand in hand. Wow, that's awesome. Not awesome, like you shouldn't, clearly you shouldn't be doing it, but I mean awesome that like I make that distinction. But anyway, so at the bottom of the deck, which is the undertone of the whole read, is strength, right? Could be, or you could be dealing with Leo. And underneath, ooh. So it's like you're trying to be strong in this situation. You're trying to like control yourself, control what's going on, and again, like that goes hand in hand with control yourself, because like you're challenging the situation. You're challenging what's going on. You're not listening to the signs of the universe. You're not listening to whatever God is telling you to do. You're like, nope, I'm going to be strong. I'm going to make this work for myself. And when I went to pick it up, I noticed the two cards underneath it are the Six of Wands in reverse and the Five of Wands. Okay, Six of Wands in reverse is like a fall from grace, or like being super egotistical, right? So how I'm going to take that with like judgment in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse, you're kind of just like, I don't really need the universe. I'm going to do things my own way because I know what's best for me, right? I'm telling you right now, the universe always knows what's best. But then underneath that, or like, okay, so yeah, egotistical, also fall from grace, which is like things are going great, and suddenly they're not. And maybe that's why you're trying to be strong in the situation, because things were going great and like they're not. Or like just maybe they weren't ever going great, but like right now, like things still aren't going great. Like the Six of Wands is the victory card. It's in the reverse. You're not having a victory. Like things are not going well. So like you're trying to be strong in the situation. There's probably a lot of conflict, because the Five of Wands is a card of conflict. So like things aren't going well. They're not going in your favor, and there's a lot of conflict, and you're just really trying to be strong in this situation, but you're still ignoring the universe. Maybe that's why it's so hard. I'll be the first one to tell you, the universe, whenever I ignore it, shit blows up in my face, and I can't stand it. Okay? It hurts a lot. Just gonna tell you that. So don't do that. Listen to universal signs. Like if things keep like coming up, like, hey, you need to work on this. Hey, you should do this. Hey, you shouldn't do that. Listen to the fucking universe. It has your best interest in mind. Anyway, your advice here: the sun in reverse. So the sun in reverse. How do I read that as advice? So the sun upright is like the card of like ultimate happiness, joy, and again, it's a Leo card. So undertone of the read and your advice. Anyway, somebody's dealing with a Leo. So the sun Upright is like the happy, joyous, everything great card. In the reverse, it's like things are not going well, things are not happy, shit's bad. Like, it's just genuinely not good. As it being your advice, I don't know if it's saying to turn that around and like make it happy or like fix whatever's wrong, or it's saying to like look at like what's wrong. Look at what's wrong and figure out what's wrong. I don't know. That confuses me. Because, I mean, I doubt the universe is saying, like, hey, like, be unhappy, bitch. Like, no. That's never anyone's advice. Or maybe it's like you need to feel these feelings of unhappiness, right? To process whatever deep-rooted issue there is that's causing all this, that you need to, like, feel this unhappiness to get through it. It's kind of like when you get the heartbreak card for advice, like the Three of Swords. It's telling you, like, you need to, like, feel this emotion to get past it. Like, you need to feel this heartbreak to get past it, right? So, like, it's like this. Like, you need to feel, like, these upsetting feelings. Like, maybe you're, like, ignoring the universe and, like, going against what, like, the universe has been trying to tell you what to do, and, like, going against the status quo because, like, it hurts you to do what the universe is telling you to do, and it hurts you to, like, follow the universal direction. And instead you're like, nope, I'm just gonna be strong, I'm just gonna get through this, like, blah blah blah. And the more you do that, the worse it's getting. So maybe this is your advice to say, like, hey, like, maybe you should, kind of just stop doing what you want to do and do what the universe wants you to do and go through this uncomfortable phase, right? I think that's probably the best message I can get out of that. Anyway, well, Virgo, that is what I have for you. I hope it resonated. Again, I don't know what the situation is. It could resonate to fucking anything. Like, I did a general reading, I forget what it was, and they were, like, trying to make up their, like, mind about something. And at the end of it, I was like, for all I know, maybe you're sitting there trying to figure out if you want cookies or do you want chips and blah, blah, blah. And literally, like, a day or two later, somebody commented on it and was like, that's fucking weird, because I literally was trying to figure out, do I want cookies or chips, blah, blah, blah. And I, like, said, I was like, oh, I'm doing this reading at 9 o'clock tonight. It'll be posted tomorrow. So if you watch this tomorrow and, like, you were like, damn, last night at 9 o'clock, I really was trying to figure out if I want cookies. Like, literally the person commented and I was like, God damn. So I don't know what this could be about. It could be about fucking anything. But apply it to your story. If it resonates, awesome. If it doesn't resonate to your life, I'm sorry, it's not your message. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think, all that good stuff. And stay tuned for next week for your love reading. So, yeah. Catch you guys in the next one.